On the 104th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, we are going to be talking about some MLB news, some NFL offseason updates. Game 7 of the NBA Finals is tonight. Going to be ranking the top 5 MLB pitching staff and ending it off with some Hall of Fame. Yay or nay? Make sure you use code HatTrick Sports when checking out at w.gg for 10% off your order. Roll it! Welcome to HatTrick Sports, starring your host, Isaiah Carpenter. Bringing you the biggest sports headlines every week. This is the HatTrick Sports Podcast. We are going to start it off hot with the MLB news. The hottest guy in Major League Baseball right now is a rookie, Cal Raleigh. We are going to be going over some of his stats because he is just insane right now. He has played 74 games in the MLB, and in those, he has the most home runs out of any other player in Major League Baseball. On top of Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Gino Suarez, Kyle Schwarber, all of these guys, he has more home runs than. He has 30 home runs just 74 games into the season. He's just on fire. He is on fire. I say he does the home run derby. I don't know if he's going to do that. I did hear something about maybe it was Gino Suarez wasn't going to do the home run derby, but I think that Cal Raleigh should do the home run derby. I like young guys kind of doing it. Now, I get it, like somebody like Aaron Judge, who is like more not involved, but like more crucial to the team, can't get hurt. Aaron Judge shouldn't do it. Same with Shohei Ohtani with his pitching, shouldn't do it. But Cal Raleigh, I think, is the perfect candidate for the home run derby this season. He has 30 home runs. That is absolutely wild, and we're not even at the All-Star break yet. We're still over a month out from the All-Star break. It's unbelievable. Cal Raleigh is just unbelievable. He has 64 RBIs. 64 RBIs and 30 home runs. That just proves it. His batting average right now as of June 22nd is .272. Jeff Passan just reposted the Mets option Francisco Alvarez to AAA. All right. But yeah, his OPS is 1.026. Absolutely wild. He is definitely going to win Rookie of the Year. And Judge is going to win MVP, but Cal Raleigh, I mean, man, he is going to make a running for that MVP this season. I just had to do that. It was kind of last minute, kind of adding him in here into this the podcast. But he's just been on fire. He is so fun to watch. Let's also talk about Shohei Ohtani starting back pitching. So, as of right now, he has only pitched one game. Tonight, he is pitching his second game for the Dodgers. And nobody knows how many innings he's going to pitch. Nobody knows how he's going to do. The only reason why he has a 9.00 ERA right now is because of a horrible check swing call in Game 1. He pitched one inning, gave up one earned run because of a horrible check swing call that ultimately ended up in an RBI for, who were they playing, the Padres? No, they weren't. The Giants. Yeah, I think it was that Sunday. Was it that Sunday? I forget if it, the Monday, whatever. But yeah, not good. Not good for the umpires. We're going to be talking a little bit about the umpires too. But Shohei Ohtani is a great pitcher. He just had that one unfortunately bad judgmental call, which did not have to be judgmental at all, go against him in that. And now everybody's talking about how he has a 9.00 ERA. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible from the umpires. But the Dodgers did just finish up a series against the Padres. And obviously Dodgers fans are kind of known for saying that this isn't really a big rivalry. But I would argue that this is the biggest rivalry in baseball right now. And sure, Dodgers fans are going to come after me. And I'm a Dodgers fan. I mean, look at the hat. The 2024 World Series hat. I'm a Dodgers fan. But this has got to be the biggest rivalry. Now, the Dodgers win the rivalry every single time. But just the series that they came off of was absolutely it was wild. It was a wild series. It was an intense series. I think intense is the best word. So many guys were hit. I mean, intentionally hit, unintentionally hit. You could go your own way. There were bench clearings. There were ejections. I'm going to kind of go through a little bit of all of it right now. Let's first start off with Let's take it back a little bit. I'm going to talk about Game 1 of the Dodgers-Padres most recent series where Dave Roberts kind of came out talking to the umpires because he disagreed with the call. I forget what the call was. It may have been a hit by pitch. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember. I don't remember what happened there. But Dave Roberts comes out automatically. The third base umpire, I believe it was the second or third base umpire, tosses him. Now, go watch the John Boy Media breakdown for the full thing, but he ejects him. And that was not an ejectable offense, in my opinion. He just came out trying to talk with something. I forget if a call was overturned. I forget if a call didn't go. I forget exactly what happened. But what I am proposing to MLB and MLB executives that often watch the HatTrick Sports Podcast, I am suggesting that only crew chiefs and home plate umpires can eject a manager. Now, it's a specific rule, and I'm saying that not a base ump, they can still eject players however they want. But I think that only the crew chief or home plate umpire, because of balls and strikes arguments, can eject a manager for that game. And because I do think that Roberts was ejected for nothing. Now, sure, I think that he may have come out trying to get ejected, but he wanted to plead his case a little bit. Again, watch the John Boy Media breakdown for the full thing. But yeah, he should not have been ejected for that. And then you think about it more, like, there's not really a reason why a base ump, or in the postseason, an outfield ump, has any reason to eject a manager without the crew chief being present. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if a manager's coming out to talk, he's often going to talk to the crew chief. It's not about you. It's not about the umpires in baseball. And I think umpires, especially base umpires who have I'm not going to say boring, but it's the boringer of the positions as an umpire, the base umps. They just want the game all about themselves. And it's not. You can't eject Dave Roberts for that, for walking out trying to talk. Like, it's just not a good move. So I am proposing the idea that only the crew chief and an umpire crew, only the crew chief and only the home plate umpire for that game can eject a manager. I cannot think of a scenario where a base ump is the only umpire able to eject the manager in any situation. If there's a bad call and they get the call and the call's overturned and they don't agree with it, guess what? The manager's going to the crew chief. If there's a call where obstruction or something and let's say Dave Roberts goes out to the third base ump and starts yelling at him, the crew chief's right behind him. And the crew chief can eject him. There should never be a reason where, and it doesn't happen often. I'm not saying it happens often, but there shouldn't ever be a reason for a base to eject a manager. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just can't think of a scenario for when that happens. All right, let's move on. Yes, more Dodgers versus Padres rivalry. So it was an intense series. I think 10 guys got hit within their 11 games. They played 2 series within the 3 total series. The Dodgers played the Giants in between there. The Padres played the Cubs, Nationals, something like that. But yeah, it's heated. It's a heated rivalry, and it's gonna get interesting. In August, they play each other again. I'm sure there's going to be more bench clearings and stuff like that. But let's talk about the very last inning of the series. Game 4 is when the big bench clearing happens in the Dodgers-Padres series. And then after the bench clearings, it was the bottom of the 9th inning. This absolutely nobody from the Padres goes 3-0 against Ohtani, then plunks him in the leg. Don't hit the greatest baseball player of all time. I'm not saying, it's not that I hate Tatis, so, I don't mind if he gets hit once in a while. But, it's kind of hypocritical. But don't hit Ohtani. Don't hit Ohtani. He's done absolutely nothing. But guess what? Hey, the Dodgers bench is about to start clearing. It's about to be another big thing. You're going to have the assistant managers going at it like Dave Roberts and Melvin, or not, who even is, whatever, whoever the manager is. I could see his face. Wait, 1 second. Schmidt. That's what it is. Schmidt. Or Schilt. Yeah, Schilt. just the assistant manager's going to go at it. But hey, Shohei Ohtani goes, nah, you guys stay back. I'll be the peacemaker. So obviously the pitcher for the Padres is ejected because it's obviously intentional. 3-0 against Ohtani after a bench clearing, after 10 other guys got hit throughout the series. Yeah, the pitcher's going to be ejected. So while the other pitcher is warming up, Shohei Ohtani goes to the Padres dugout and it's like laughing with Machado and all of them. Obviously, nobody really knows what was said there. But that is why Shohei Ohtani is good for the game of baseball. That is why Shohei Ohtani is a Hall of Famer, MVP, greatest baseball player of all time. Because guess what? Barry Bonds wouldn't have done that. No, Barry Bonds would not have done that. Aaron Judge wouldn't have done that. Aaron Judge wouldn't have. Now, Aaron Judge is a nice guy, but he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have gone over to the Padres dugout trying to make peace after everything that has happened in the biggest rivalry in baseball. Now, again, Dodgers fans are going to say, hey, it's not a big rivalry. It's the biggest rivalry in baseball right now. You could try to argue that the Yankees-Red Sox is a rivalry right now. No, it's not. It's not a rivalry right now. Like, that whole division sucks right now. This is the biggest rivalry in baseball right now. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting in August to see what happens. Obviously, Schilt and Roberts have a little history together. Playoffs are going to be interesting. Wild card, whatever happens, it's going to get interesting. It's going to get fun. Astros, Angels also got into a little bit of scuffle. There was a few scuffles over the weekend. This is the time where it starts to get a little bit competitive. You see these guys going in races. Now, obviously, the Padres are like 5 games behind the 5 games behind the Dodgers, but yeah, it's just getting to that time of season. It's getting to that time of season where things start to get a little exciting. But yeah, Dave Roberts, and I'm still gonna go on this. Dave Roberts in that series was ejected in Game 1 because the third base umpire threw him out for absolutely no reason. Game 4, because of the big bench clearings and stuff like that, telling Schilt he's going to fight him in the parking lot or whatever. And then he was suspended after that for another game. So Dave Roberts was suspended / ejected 3 of 5 games of those 5 games, which is hilarious to me because Dave Roberts doesn't often stick up for the Dodgers as much as he should. And that's coming from a Dodgers fan, and I think all Dodgers fans can kind of agree with it. Hey, you have to represent the greatest baseball team in baseball right now. You have to represent them, and you do a poor job doing that. You have billions of dollars worth of guys, and you don't represent them very well. So he was kind of due, but yeah, I think it was funny that he was ejected from 2 games and then suspended for a game. And like the last time he was ejected was probably when he was playing for the Red Sox. Like, Dave Roberts just doesn't get ejected a lot. But that's enough for that. Let's talk about MLB players that would make the Hall of Fame if they retired today. So I was going through a list of players, I've been watching a lot of baseball, going through guys. Oh, that's a Hall of Famer, that's a Hall of Famer. Looking up stats, wins above replacement. Some of these guys are legit. We are watching some legends here. So obviously you got Mike Trout, Clayton Kershaw, Verlander, Scherzer. That's what I put under the veteran category. That's under the vets. Those guys have been playing for 15 years. They obviously deserve, they're obviously Hall of Famers if they retire today, even if they absolutely suck for the rest of this season. And then you got the Betts, Freeman, Altuve, Goldschmidt, Arenado. Those guys are they're the next tier under. They're obviously going to be in the Hall of Fame if they retire today. But they got it, they're just not at that vet level yet. And then you have the Harper, the Judge. I would even put Stanton under there, Machado, Francisco Lindor, even Jose Ramirez, and that's under another category. That's younger guys, but if they retire today, they're making it into the Hall of Fame. And then one thing you got to add is Zach Greinke. I think that he would make the Hall of Fame right now if he retired right now. And then to represent kind of the relievers and closers, you have Kenley Jansen. Kenley Jansen, got to represent the relievers. But those are just some guys that would make the Hall of Fame if they retired today. So how many guys did I name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 guys that would 100% make the Hall of Fame if they retired today. We are watching some legends here, guys. So I just thought, just scrolling across, figuring stuff out. Oh, here we go. 2 months in the works. Obviously, the NBA playoffs and so NHL are incredibly long, but 2 months in the works. The Thunder facing off against the Pacers. Before this series, people thought that the Thunder would shut them out, sweep them. Thunder in 4, 5, 6 at most. But guess what? Here we are in the two best words in sports, Game 7. We have Game 7 tonight, 8 o'clock on this beautiful Sunday evening, June 22nd. It's going to be wild. The Pacers, obviously not expected to go to Game 7. The Thunder are choking a little bit. Now, the Thunder are favored by like 6, 7.5 points against the Pacers. But guess what? They were favored by that much last game. Who ended up winning? The Pacers. It is all tied up. It is a best of one. Whoever wins this one Game 7 wins it all, will become 2025 NBA Finals champions. Can the Pacers pull the upset? Tyrese Halliburton? I mean, that would go down in history. And then OKC having one of the best seasons in Thunder history. And then you have the Pacers who have never won a finals before. It all comes down to this. Anything can happen tonight. I personally think that the Thunder will end up winning, but like, it's going to be close. It's gotten close. It's in Game 7 right now. Nobody expected that. Game 7, Thunder, Pacers, tune in tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time zone. Wild. It is going to be wild. I'm excited for this game. It's going to be perfect. The Dodger game, Ohtani and the Dodgers are going to end around 7 o'clock. You got that little hour to do whatever. And then the Game 7 of the NBA Finals is happening. Wow. But one thing I want to talk about with the NBA playoffs, and same with the NHL playoffs, is it's too long. They have the same kind of format as the MLB. Except MLB, you could play every day. They play 162 games a year within like 190, 200 games. And then they go into the playoffs where they can get the playoffs done in a month and have best of 7 game series and stuff like that. And the NBA and NHL try to push for that. They try that, but then they need rest days. They need 3 days of rest, 2-3 days of rest in between each game. So like they kind of got to do something. Make the series make a best of 3 game series. I say you make it best of 3 until the conference championships, then you make it best of 5, and then in the finals you make it best of 7. It goes by a little bit quicker because the guys that never made the NBA playoffs, they're getting ready for offseason workouts, and the season's not even done yet. It's just a little too long, I think. In my opinion, like the Lakers have been out for months. But like, they were in the playoffs. But like, you kind of forget about that. Which I get it. You're supposed to kind of forget about that. You're only supposed to be focused on the Thunder Pacers right now. But like, bruh, it's a little long. It's a little long. You can't have a sixth of an entire year, not even just the season, an entire year just for the playoffs. Like that's almost a third of the entire season. It's just wild. It's just wild to me. That's just my little opinion. My opinion on that. A lot of guys are going to hate on that, but yeah. All right, let's move on to the top 5 best MLB pitching staffs in the MLB. So what we have, hold up. So we're going to base this off of ERA as of June 8th. So this is as of June 8th. I did the ERA. I calculated I saw all the ERAs for each team, and these were the top 5. At number 5, you have, hold up, I did not do that right. Why would that be? All right. So at number 5, you have the Kansas City Royals with a pitching staff ERA, an earned run average of 3.28. It's incredibly good for an entire team, especially in today's day and age. I mean, teams are scoring, I feel like on average, 5 runs a game. Sometimes more. 5 to 10, not 5. 5 to 7, 8 runs a game. And for the Royals to have only 3.28 earned runs in a game, that's pretty good. So that's at number 5. But even better than that, in Detroit, the Tigers have a 3.2 ERA with their pitching staff. Their Texas Rangers making podium with a 3.12 ERA. And then the number two best pitching staff in the MLB, just shy of a sub-2, just over 3 earned runs a game. You have the Giants with a 3.04 earned run average. And then the team with the best pitching staff is the New York Mets with 2.81 earned runs average. I mean, a sub-3 ERA in 2025 is absolutely insane. That's wild. I mean, I get it. Like, where are they even in their standings? I know they're good, but like, geez, where'd I put the standings? Here's the standings. Let's move. Yeah, so they're tied with the Phillies, and then those two are just taking it away. The Braves are technically in third with 10 games back. Absolutely wild. But yeah, the Mets are up there. They're tied with the Phillies. I think that the Phillies come out on top there, like ultimately at the end of the season. But we'll see what happens. The Mets just recently, they've won a few games in the last 10. Like they're just Where is it? Yeah, they've won 3 of their last 10 games. Not good. They're just kind of on that downhill slope. They're 46-31 along with the Phillies, the Braves 10 games behind them, and then the Nationals and Marlins. Might as well pull up the white flag right now. In the NL Central, the Cubs are in first by 4.5 games, and then the Brewers and Cardinals, who have always been kind of similar, are tied for second, and then the Reds behind them, and then the Pirates, again, lost cause. And then in the NL West, the Dodgers, 3.5 games ahead of the Giants, then the Padres. The Madres, that's what I'm going to start calling them, the Madres. The Madres are 5 games in front or behind the Dodgers, and then you have the Diamondbacks, and then the Rockies, who have done pretty well. They're turning it around. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. I mean, the Rockies, man, they're kicking it in. The Rockies revival. They're kicking it in. And then on the AL, you have the Yankees, who are a game and a half ahead of the Rays. The Rays making a comeback. Rays are doing pretty well recently. And then the Blue Jays, then Red Sox, who are going to lose Walker Buehler to the Dodgers. Are the Dodgers going to get Buehler and Alcantara? I mean, I'm just saying, I have heard a ton of trade rumors that before the trade deadline that the Dodgers are going to try to push for Buehler and Alcantara. I would be stoked if that happens. Obviously, we have Shohei pitching right now just because like we're losing starters to injuries. But I mean, I would love to see Buehler come back. I think that he was incredibly good. He was our ace at one point. Had a few points when he was with the Dodgers. And then Alcantara has high potential. He's just on the Marlins. And then the Orioles, not Oilers, Orioles are in last place, 11 games back. Again, they're just that franchise. They just bump up real quick and then back down they go. 1970. I don't know. I just randomly think of the 1970 Orioles. I don't know why. And then in the AL Central, you have the Tigers, Guardians, Royals, Twins, White Sox. White Sox absolutely horrible. 23.5 games back. The Tigers in first by 8.5 games. Guardians 8.5 behind the Tigers. And then in the AL West, the Astros are ahead of the Mariners by 5 games. The Astros and Angels kind of got into it last week. I don't get it. It's like the Padres and Dodgers. Like, they got into it. Like, again, I said it earlier, and I'm going to keep saying it. The Dodgers and Padres are probably the biggest rivalry in baseball right now, even though that they're, like, the Giants are in between them. But, yeah, the Astros and Angels kind of got into it, even though the Angels are 6.5 games behind the Astros. Like, what are you trying to fight for? You have 2 games in between you guys, and then the Athletics. Every division kind of has a lost cause right now. 13 games back, the A's are. The A's and Pirates, I just haven't had a thought about them in, like, a month. What else I want to talk about? Oh, I wanted to talk about, the All-Star voting. So All-Star voting, we're going to do another vote kind of thing when phase 1 or phase 2 starts, when you vote for the starters, and that starts on the 30th, I think. Yeah, so phase 1 ends on the 26th. Phase 2 starts on the 30th, and that goes to the 2nd. So we'll make sure to do that, and that's where you kind of vote for the starters. But And I'm going to go over like the leaders in voting right now. MLB All-Star leaders. All right, so this is as of June 16th. For first baseman, or I'll go through the American League. In the American League, for the first baseman, you have Goldschmidt, Vladdy, then Aranda. Those are like the top three right now. Again, as of the 16th, Goldschmidt had just over 2/3 votes, 667 million votes. Vladdy with 614 mil. For second baseman on the AL, you had Torres, Holiday, and Altuve. For shortstops, you have Jacob Wilson, Bobby Witt Jr., and Jeremy Pena. Who has the highest? So right now, Goldschmidt has the highest. Oh, never mind. Third baseman, Jose Ramirez for the Guardians has just shy of 1 million votes. By now, it's over 1 million votes. Then Bregman and Barger. For the DH, you have O'Hearn, Ben Rice, Mike Tushman. Catchers, Cal Raleigh. Oh my goodness. Cal Raleigh has the most. Nope, never mind. I take that. I just saw another number. Cal Raleigh has over 1 million votes as of June 16th for catchers with 1.04 million votes, followed by Alejandro Kirk and Dingler. Then outfielders, you have Judge, Riley Green, and Mike Trout. Judge with 1.6 million votes. Wild. He's good, but I feel like Raleigh's better. Maybe that's going to make some Yankees fans a little mad. But for the National League, Freddie Freeman with 1.1 million votes. Then Alonso. Then Michael Bush. Second baseman, Ketel Marte. Tommy Edman. Got to represent those Dodgers. And Nico Horner. Shortstops, you have Francisco Lindor, Mookie Betts, another Dodger, and Trey Turner, former Dodger. Third baseman, Manny Machado, Max Muncy, Dodger, Gino Suarez, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani, 1.398 million votes. How does Shohei Ohtani have more votes? Or how does Aaron Judge have more votes than Shohei Ohtani? What are we doing? And Rafael Devers than Suzuki. And then catchers, Will Smith, 1.1 million votes. Kelly, then Alvarez. And then outfielders, PCA, who's actually incredibly good as well. Should probably talk about him a little bit more. Kyle Tucker, and then Teoscar Hernandez, another Dodger. Pages is in 7th as of June 12th. But yeah, that's just a little all-star update. Again, next week we will do phase 2 voting. Actually, by the time when I film, let me look at a calendar real quick. Yeah, we're going to be a day early, and then we're going to be a few days late. So I might do that. I might do a little podcast on the side or something to do that. A little video on that. But yeah, that's that. Not more. We're going to start off with some NFL news. NFL news, Shedeur Sanders getting himself in a little bit of legal trouble recently. No, not too much, just a little speeding and stuff like that. Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. He was cited for driving 101 miles per hour this week, and it wasn't the first time he was cited for speeding in Ohio this month. Now, Ohio's obviously a crazy place. We all know that. Wild place, and Shedeur Sanders was also pretty crazy. Pretty wild. His whole, not story, but the whole draft thing, pretty wild. But yeah, he was, according to Ohio court records, on June 6th, Sanders was pulled over by Ohio State Patrol. It was June 5th, and he was stopped for going 91 miles per hour in a 65 mile an hour zone. But that's not the only thing. According to the record, Sanders failed to appear for the arrangement, which I don't think he had to go to. It ended up being $269 in fines and court costs. He was then stopped by an officer from a different department at 12:24 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. He's out partying on a random Monday night as a 5-string quarterback for the Browns. He was going 41 miles an hour over the speed limit. there was a posted 60, and he was going 101 miles an hour. So he's had a fourth, for the most recent citation. He's had more than one. For the most recent citation, Sanders must either pay $250 and a fine for the 4th degree misdemeanor or fight the ticket in court in July. But yeah, the Browns don't seem too concerned with it, which is a little concerning. But that's just Browns. Browns just not very good at taking responsibility and stuff like that. That's all right. He's just. I feel like Shedur's just going to end up being a nobody. Obviously, he has last name Sanders. Now, I call him Shedur. I don't call him Sanders. He's Shedur. He's Shedur. He shouldn't carry on the last name. I'm not saying that's kind of mean. He should carry on the last name. He should be proud of his last name, but people shouldn't think of him for his last name. That's just all I'm trying to say. Obviously, I don't know him. It just doesn't sound like he's doing great in Ohio right now, in Cleveland right now. All right, that is going to do it for the 104th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Make sure you follow us wherever you can find us. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You can listen to our podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube for all the visuals, even your Alexa, Google Podcasts, Podbean, literally anywhere. And we will see you guys next week for episode 105.